skip it up and that up.
Team Deathmatch.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rich of ReviewTechUSA, and when grown men wear skin-tight sweater vests, you know shit's about to get poppin'. Oh yeah, I love the Jesus, yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, one quick thing before I get into tonight's topic about my predictions for the PS Vita. I want to let you know the new site that I'm partnered with, G2PO.com, is launching on February the 13th. I'll have a link below in the description. There are a ton of big YouTubers on there in the gaming community. You can check out the website. It's an awesome website. I love how it's laid out. I'm really excited for this thing to launch on Monday. Please go check out G2PO.com. Like I said, I'll have a link below in the description. I have a feeling you're going to love it. It's going to have a ton of different content from a ton of different big producers. It's fantastic. I love the site. I'm glad they invited me to join them over there. And before everyone and their mother asks, no, it's not changing a damn thing with ReviewTechUSA on YouTube. Nothing is going to change, so relax. Alright, so now let's talk about the PS Vita and my predictions for it. It's coming out on the 15th. And I had a lot of time to use it. There's a lot of things I like about it. There's some things I don't. I'll have my PS Vita first impressions video below, and I'll also have my PS Vita analog sticks demonstration video below. If you see this video on G2PO.com, in the description, I'll have links to those two YouTube videos so you can still check them out on there. Before we start, here is my disclaimer. These are educated guesses. They're predictions. I, the person making this video, will admit that these could be totally off. So for all the people who are going to come on here and troll and start a flame war, I am admitting that these could be wrong. So before all the fanboys get their panties up in the bunch, even though I'm going to have a lot of positive things to say in this video, you're defeating yourself because the person making the video is admitting that these could be inaccurate. So just enjoy the video. It's a great discussion topic. You could disagree with me. Don't get me wrong, but if you're going to come on here just to flame and you're going to get pissed off and write nasty comments, you're wasting your time. Let's begin. So I have three major things I think that are going to happen to the Vita. And the first one is, within the first 6 months, maybe even sooner, could be a year, Sony is going to cut the price of both the Wi-Fi and 3G models of the Vita significantly. Right now, the Wi-Fi version of the Vita is at $250 and the 3G version of the Vita is at $300. That is a lot of money for a portable console, and a lot of other people, including GameSpot and IGN, are saying the same thing. A portable console for $300, or you could get a home console. You could get the PS3 for $300. It's going to be a tough sell at that price, and I really what I think is going to happen is in the first 6 months, the console is going to be hurting because of the high price, and what Sony's going to see is they're going to have to cut the price, take an even bigger loss on the console, and you're going to see the Wi-Fi version of the Vita go for $200 or $199.99, and you're going to see the 3G version go for $250 or $249.99, once again US dollars. I see that happening, like I said, within the first 6 months or a year. Now, this one is kind of a stretch, but it's still possible. I have a feeling that Sony might, within a year, maybe like a year and a half, discontinue the 3G model. 3G is so slow. I have a 3G phone. I have friends who have high-end 3G Android smartphones. It is not fast enough for online gaming. You could download things, great, whoopee, but that's not what people are going to want it for. They're going to want it so if they're in a plane or a train, they could play Call of Duty or Killzone on 3G, through the 3G service, I should say. And it's not fast enough. It's not going to appeal to people. It's not going to be reliable through AT&T service. And I just think it's going to be a waste of money and a waste of time for people to have another monthly fee for something that just is not fast enough, and the service is not going to reach far enough for it to be stable. So I really think that the 3G model is going to cease to exist in like a year and a half or a year. I could be wrong, but I have a very strong feeling that Sony's going to see it's not worth to keep producing that model, and instead of just keep on taking a loss on it, they're just going to discontinue it and make the Wi-Fi version the only Vita model. Wi-Fi is so readily available anyway, I don't see the point of 3G, but whatever, we'll see what happens. The third thing I think that's going to happen is that they're going to have a huge hardware revision. Now, there's not that many flaws with the Vita. The analog sticks, honestly, to me, is the only one that really concerns me. But with that being said, it's a big one. And what I think they're going to do is obviously you're going to do herp-derp things like it's obvious. They're going to make better battery life. They might make a better screen, even though the screen's gorgeous already. So on and so forth. Make it smaller, make it lighter. Maybe they'll make the face buttons a little bit bigger. That was another minor flaw I pointed out. But I have a feeling they're going to go over back to the flat analog sticks again. They might add the click. I doubt it, because that changes the format of the Vita, and that means the newer model would have extra buttons that the original Vita didn't. But I have a feeling they're going to get rid of those nubs that they have now and go back to the slider analog sticks like they had on the PSP. They'll work better on a portable console. Those sticks are too small, so if you have big gorilla hands like me, a lot of people do, surprisingly, it doesn't work, and I have a feeling they're going to make a hardware revision that goes back to the analog sliders. That's probably going to happen in a year, once again a year and a half, could be even longer than that. They may combine the price cut and the hardware revision together. That's kind of a normal thing to do. But again, this is speculation. We'll see what happens. They may stick with the analog nubs or the analog sticks they have right now. So final verdict time, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you haven't heard that one since my reviews. Do I think the Vita will be successful? Yes, I do. I know you're shocked. It's okay. You didn't hear me wrong. I do think the Vita is going to be successful, but I think it's going to take a while. I think the first year is going to be very rough for Sony in the States due to the price, due to the fact that it's a portable console and all the competition they have with all the smartphones like I've talked about before. I still think that the 3DS and the Vita will be the last dedicated portable consoles, but I do think there's a lot of value with the Vita. And when they cut the price like I think they're going to do, and when great games come out for it, there's already really good games out for the system, minus a little Deviants. That game is garbage. But the bottom line is, once the library grows, the price of the console comes down, people will start shelling out the cash for the PS Vita, and in the end, I think it will be successful. Yes, you heard me right, I think it will be successful. So what's your thoughts on my predictions? Do you think I'm dead on? Do you think I'm totally wrong? I could be totally wrong. I'll be the first to admit it. We'll have to just wait and see. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA.